Alright, just a quick update. You'll recall that in my last blacksmithing video I said we were having a problem with a leak, or the floor below me was having a problem. And you can see the bird here is looking kind of strange. He knows something's afoot. Well, my landlord thinks that these big planter boxes might be the cause, that the roots of the plants are working their way downward and into the concrete. I don't think that's the issue based on how I've examined them, but anyway, he wants them gone, so we've begun demo. And by we, I mean I. It really is a shame because I like a lot of these plants and it just brightens up my little cityscape here. But I understand if they have to go, they have to go. And on the bright side, it will give me a lot more room once we get everything sorted out. The birds are none too happy, but once the planters are gone completely, I'll replace things with just some smaller potted plants and hanging baskets and stuff like that. Although this is a tough time for me, with work being busy and having to deal with this nonsense, I feel really blessed. I was cutting this tree and that stump fell over, and I'm 5 flights up. Time literally stood still. I looked over the edge and it landed right next to a guy. Luckily he didn't get harmed, and it really brightened my day just seeing him okay. Once this is all squared away, I'll extend the roof line out a bit, and that'll give me a lot more room for my blacksmithing. So, like I said, there is a positive to this. I'm no stranger to using a shovel, and I can tell you some stories from the property I lived on in Washington that would make you feel pretty surprised. The only things left are these reinforced bases, which my landlord doesn't think he wants me to swing a sledgehammer on, and I can understand why. So, it's no sweat to me if he wants to have someone else come and remove those. If he wants to spend some money, that's great. He's normally tight as a crab's ass, and that's waterproof. Getting to this point, we don't think that the leak is coming from below these, and so that's another potential problem, is that if he wants to start busting up these walls and stuff, then I'm going to have to move. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. This is a really small home that I own in a community in Northwest Washington. When we sold our home in Southwest Washington about 10 years ago when we moved back to Taiwan, not long after I bought this little home here as a short sale. I've never lived in this home, and I've probably spent only about an hour's total time on this property. But I'm pointing this out because this could be a future home for GS Tongs. Then in March of this year, I bought the property that's directly across the street from that small home. This is all really cheap stuff. It's in, like I said, a small community that's out in the sticks, but I'm trying now to develop this property. I had a septic design approved, and I'm trying to move ahead and get someone to install, but I'm just having tons of trouble finding someone. You'd never know the economy is bad based on this. And I don't want to remove that big fir tree that you can faintly see on towards the left-hand side, so that's also another issue, and that kind of takes me full circle to having to remove the planters in my apartment here. I appreciate your patience, and I'll catch you guys next time.